Hello everyone, I am RTS Man, and today, back with a bit more HOI IV. Why is it there? Bit more of the Return of the Tsar series. So, just a bit of a recap. Last time when I left off, we had just beaten the Soviets and Ukraine. So right now we're just sitting by waiting for everything to sort of normalize while we prepare to attack another, or try to expand and rebuild the old empire. That is my goal. Now, right now I'm also trying to build some transport planes so that I can deploy them, so that I can deploy our paratroopers into Finland. Hopefully try and get a quick victory when we eventually do go to war with them, because that's just an inevitability, really, at this point. Oh, we actually have quite substantial political power gain. We're already working to bring back the German Empire, so that's going to be nice. So the Italians have gone to war with the British. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so who are they? They are not at war with the French, surprisingly. Now that's interesting. Okay. So anything that's defended by the French we might want to stay away from, but actually, why don't we try to... Okay, so the French are communist and the Germans are trying to take them over. Let's see what we can do here, though. Let's see if we can make France a monarchist power again. Yeah, having a bunch of half-tracks would be really, really nice. I'll have to research them first. I'm going to build the supply before I create the demand. I don't want to have another shortage. That was a big mistake that I would always make in my early games. When I first started playing this game, when I would be playing, mostly playing Germany, I would do that, where I would have a like massive deficit of half-tracks, because I thought, oh, half-tracks are better, I'll just make every motorized division into a mechanized division. The concept was good, but the execution was horrible. Because, well, you know, as soon as I actually went to war, my divisions did not have enough equipment to keep themselves supplied. So everything sort of fell apart. As you can see, I'm not particularly interested in the subs, because I don't think they're actually that useful when it comes to overall force projection, and that's the important thing. I need to be able to strike out at range, rather than just sit back here in Russia and let everything else happen. The Navy is obviously not very important for Russia, but it is still a factor, and I want to make it as effective as I possibly can. Let's delete the border order. Now, yep, perfect. On second thought, actually, to avoid that possibility, I should attack right outside the city. That way, if I get there and it seems like there's more enemy than I expected, I can just go for Turku instead to take that port and basically hold ground until the rest of the army arrives in the north. The British are guaranteeing their independence, because of course they are. Ah, well. Britain's in a pretty poor position themselves right now, so it's not going to be too difficult for us to beat them. Especially since we can just push, keep pushing through Scandinavia, and eventually have a pretty good jumping off point for the invasion of Britain, when that time comes. Assuming the Germans don't beat us to it, which is a very good possibility, actually. Oh, now that is interesting. What is going on here? That's a very interesting front. In that case, I think it would be a good idea to take advantage of this strange situation and attack even before the, Fuck no. I'll take that, though. Move you into Helsinki. You go up towards Tampere. Now that is going to be a huge victory early on. Surprised they haven't garrisoned the city. You'd think that would be a pretty important position to defend. But then I guess they don't have many troops to spare. Oh yeah. Thank God we won't be going to war with Slovakia. They might have won. Might have lasted a whole week against us. There we go. Now supplies come in. Let's spread out. How close are the Finnish to capitulate? 47% just with that one capture. Now let's send you to Vasa. Because that's going to be a big victory for us. What did we sink? Oh, a British convoy. Where's that headed? Oh, fuck! Let's detach the First Army. That's where they were headed. Okay, all told, that should be an easy enough fight to win. Doesn't look... I mean, they can't have fit too many divisions in that pocket. But that doesn't make it any better, knowing the enemy can just do that. The VDV is winning us this entire war.
Жду приказа. Я готов.
I see, he didn't want to get encircled. Yeah. So they start to pull back. That's interesting. The Finns seem to understand when they're about to get encircled, and they'll withdraw to avoid it. The Soviets seem to just hold their ground no matter what. And that's how I was able to complete so many encirclements, but against the Finns, I can do a bit of an art of war type thing, where I essentially make them retreat by taking the ground that they... or taking ground near them.
Выходим! Слушаю!
Come on. We are almost to Lappi.
Слушаю!
Once we achieve the capture of Lappi, it's going to be victory.
Готов выдвигаться.
Oh, they'll be there in probably a couple weeks. Oh, no, there they are. Actually, let's think about Tallinn first. 6 paratroopers. Oh, wait, no, don't delete it. Yeah, those 6 paratroopers are going to make a massive impact in the war in Tallinn. Okay, while we wait... That's not a PPS-43. That is a DP-28, I think. That's a DPM. Oh, and I should have sent in those divisions first. Alright. Ah, well. What's done is done. Seriously? Uh-oh. I should have... Fuck. I think I've lost my paratroopers. I have indeed lost all my paratroopers. And we're not gaining any ground either. Fuck. The Estonians are attacking us. What the hell is going on here? Why didn't I think that they'd try to... I expected it with the Finns. Why didn't I expect it with the Estonians? That's such an obvious thing to do. Well, so much for our paratroopers. And annoyingly, I can't even bring them back to their full strength once this is done. Because I don't have the capacity for more. Fuck, it was such a stupid mistake to make. It was obvious. It was so obvious. Why didn't I see it?
Готов.
Or rather, why didn't I see it until there was nothing I could do? Victory will come, just at a much higher cost than we initially expected. No. I'm tempted to just force out a ton of paratrooper divisions, like force them out as fast as I can, but I know that's a really, really bad idea.
Готов выдвигаться.
Yes, make a straight charge battalion while you go to the south. We can defeat Estonia and then deploy the entire 1st Tank Army to Estonia. Or to Latvia, I mean. So excited, I'm getting confused which country we're fighting here.
Готов.
Nice. Okay, the Latvians are diverting a lot of their forces to this front here, which does make sense. It's a strategically smart move. But that's opening up our path to Riga. And thus that'll hopefully let us free up the 6th Army to strike at Estonia. See, this is why it's great to have infantry anti-tank. Support anti-tank, because, as you can see, we are able to absolutely destroy these tanks, despite having pretty even numbers, and being on the offensive. Yes. The Communist States of America? I mean, I'll take help wherever I can get it, but you do realize that we destroyed the communists in Russia, right?
Я готов.
And again, I guess that's the level of awareness you can typically expect from Americans, not realizing that the very people they're working with are their enemies. Because we are absolutely going to invade the Communist States of America.
Выходим.
It's just... yeah, remove you from the front line, and then all of you strike at that. Why is Latvia not capitulated yet? 98% towards capitulation. You gotta be shitting me.
Внимание.
There we go. Oh, we got Enfields. No, Ross Enfields, the straight pole bolt actions. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so Latvia has officially capitulated. We'll just crush the last little bits of resistance here.
Внимание.
And once that's done, we'll have a pretty easy... oh, that's going to be massive casualties, because we're definitely going to take Lipaia before the main force there. Actually, no, I think the 1st Tank Army is fine in terms of its ratio between mechanized and... or between tanks and infantry.
Слушаю. Готов.
So I think I'm going to leave that as is and start creating a new tank army. Oh, they're trying to retreat. They are trying to retreat, but we're not going to let them. Okay, so we crush Lipaia and... fuck off. We are not going to join your faction. We are our own thing. We are Russia. Russia is Russia. Or Russians. They're not going to be led by the fucking Germans. Alright, 1st of April 1941 is when the coup in Ireland is going to start. I really hope that turns into like a major player in terms of defeating the British. Oh wait, no, we gotta wait for our army to get into position. But, alright! Well, with victory on the horizon against, well, basically against several of the world's major powers, this is going quite well. Thank you everyone for watching. I am RTS Man, and have a good day.